You think watching Hollywood movies at home and at the cinema is your favorite hobby? Well, think again. As part of my Disneyland Resort Paris video series on my YouTube channel, this time it's all about the Walt Disney Studios Park, which opened its gates on March the 16th, 2002. Check it out. Okay, the Walt Disney Studios Park in Euro Disney. And as soon as you walk into the entrance, once you come across a gate of the entrance, you see a silhouette picture of Mickey Mouse holding an old-style video camera, which was used probably around the 20s, 30s, or 40s type of camera, because that's when Walt Disney started his animation career, as well as the first animated feature film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in 1937. Anyways, you walk into the entrance and then you come across the outside entrance of Studio One. Studio One. And then right in the middle of the entrance, you come across a statue of Mickey Mouse as the Sorcerer's Apprentice, from the Fantasia segment in 1940. And Mickey Mouse, he's working his magic to probably try and stop an army of broomsticks that are carrying pails of water to fill a cauldron. And it's all made of shiny gold, and you see lots of water coming out. It's a water fountain. The statue is also a water fountain. And whilst Mickey Mouse didn't find a spell to stop the broomsticks from carrying water for him, he found that he started something he couldn't finish. If you haven't seen the movie Fantasia yet, make sure you do so, as well as the segment The Sorcerer's Apprentice. And as soon as I came across the water fountain statue, like the last time I went there, I already took a picture of me trying to stop one of the broomsticks from carrying a pail of water. I was like, please stop carrying the water. I don't want you to mess this up for me. And yeah, it felt like I was an apprentice of Mickey Mouse. Like, Mickey Mouse is the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and I was Mickey's apprentice trying to stop the water and stop the broomsticks. And again, we started something we couldn't finish, so I thought I wanted to recreate that scene for Mickey Mouse and for Walt Disney himself. The film already turned over 80 years old. I think it's 82 now in 2022. But anyways, we walk inside the entrance of Studio One after we come across the Mickey Mouse water fountain. And right before our eyes, we see a range and a selection and a whole building of restaurants and shops, all inspired by all things Hollywood. And right before our eyes, as soon as we look straight ahead on the outside exit of Studio One, we see a piece of artwork that looks a lot like the Hollywood Hills, and you see two searchlights light up the sky. It's almost similar to the 20th Century Studios logo that you see every time you watch a Fox movie, a Disney film, or whatever. And then as soon as we walk out of the studio, there we are at the Walt Disney Studios Park. And then, of course, we see the Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse statue, and probably one of the quotes. I think it's hard to remember if we saw a quote in the flower bed and the statue, like Disneyland is your land and so on. That's the world-famous quote from Walt Disney when he opened his first Disney theme park in California back in the 50s. And there are lots of attractions and shows and so on, and especially the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, which opened around 15 years ago, probably more than that. Anyways, lots of attractions and shows. Allow me to go over some of the attractions for you. Of course, I do like the Hollywood Tower Hotel, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, as it should be called. And we go up and down, like, very suddenly, like, very fast. It's a shocker ride. Like, you go up and down, and it's like you're in the TV show. You're like in the world of the Twilight Zone, but it's probably in the horror genre of Hollywood. Like, you go up and down on the elevator, like there are seats inside the elevator. And yeah, once a window opens on your way up, you get to see a view of the rest of the Disneyland Resort, like in two windows until you can't see them anymore. I think you do that probably 2 times. And then once the ride is over, it probably slows down a bit, and then here you are right where you started again, right at the door, and then the door opens, and probably you make your way out of the elevator before it goes up and down again, before something bad happens. Not really, but that's how it is. That's what happens in the Twilight Zone. That's the first of the attractions that I enjoy riding at the Studios Park. And the second one, which I really enjoy, is Crush's Coaster, inspired by Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. Basically, once you enter the building where the Crush's Coaster is, you get to ride your own turtle shell, just like Crush and Squirt in the East Australian Current. And there are 2 seats in the front and 2 seats at the back. I think I mostly enjoyed riding Crush's Coaster on the turtle shell in the front. While sitting at the back, it will probably make you dizzy. It's like you're at the back of your car, like doing nothing except wondering when the trip is going to end. And then you go up a little bit, and then outside the building, on the other side of the studio, on the other side of the building, you get to enter the sea, and you are guided by Nemo and Crush. They're translated in English and French. And then you come across a jellyfish forest. And then afterwards, you come across a wrecked ship. You go up for probably around 10 seconds, and then you come across a creepy version of Bruce. And then as soon as you come out of the wrecked ship, you go into the East Australian Current bit. Like, you're having a brilliant time. I think that's all I can remember from Crush's Coaster. But there's one other thing. It's really too dark to see anything, especially when you're recording the ride on camera. So yeah, that's all I remember from Crush's Coaster, the second of my favorite attractions. Another attraction which I enjoyed back when I was a kid, but I didn't ride it the last time I went to the Studios Park, was the Cars Race Rally. When you get to ride in your own car, like any different type of colored car, whether it's red or blue, or probably like a silver, like green type of color, I don't know, but it's hard to remember. But you get to ride in your own car, and then you spin around in crazy circles, very similar to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party in the Disneyland Park, like from left to right, and then probably the other way around from right to left. And you get to see statues of Lightning McQueen and Mater, and they're both translated in English and French, because, as you know, it's right in the heart of France, and it almost felt like you were in the world of Cars. And I do enjoy all the Cars movies, like from 1, 2, and 3, all the way up to the Planes movies. And there's another Cars-themed attraction which already opened back in 2021 during the pandemic. It's the Cars Road Trip, replacing the Studio Tram Tour Behind the Magic, where you go and see all the things that make Disney's version of Hollywood, and you come across one of the world's worst catastrophes. Well, in the Cars Road Trip, you go on a trip down Route 66 with Cruz Ramirez from Cars 3, doing the English, whilst Sally from all 3 Cars movies is translating the stuff in French. And then you get to see lots of statues of Lightning McQueen and Luigi and Mater and Flo and so on. And of course, you come across one of the world's worst catastrophes, or should I say, was Cars-tastrophe. We come across Cars-tastrophe Canyon halfway through the attraction, and you get to see an oil tanker nearly explode with the Dynaco logo on the side, and you see lots of flames going over, and you get to see a splash of water come down the canyon, especially, I don't know, it's hard to remember the last time I went on the Studio Tram Tour, but I'll be sure to put the Cars road trip on my Euro Disney to-do list.
Route 66 was so much fun. Now I just want us all to go back and meet it, read it, and repeat it. A bientôt. Bye, everybody. Take care.
And yeah, again, I like all things Cars and Disney and Pixar, so yeah, I'm really excited to check out a Cars road trip the next time I go to Euro Disney. So wish me luck to see if my next Euro Disney trip is going to happen. The next one is Ratatouille the Adventure, which opened around 2014 or 15. inspired by the 2007 movie Ratatouille, and you're in the world of Remy, Emile, and Angus Cousteau, the chef from Paris, and owns his own restaurant. As soon as you walk into the entrance, you see wonderful buildings inspired by the movie, as well as a water fountain with Remy on the top of the fountain, and the bottles of wine and the water coming out of it, they represent each bottle of wine. And it's one of my second favorite water fountains in a Disneyland resort. And as soon as you see a building and a sign that says Ratatouille the Adventure, you get to ride your own mouse, and you go through a gigantic kitchen with Remy and Cousteau and the rest of the crew.
Oh, here's the order. Des invités pour le dîner.
Yes, but what do you do here? Hein? Pour le repas idéal. Coq au vin? No. A simple omelet? Too simple.
Voilà.
Mais oui, that's it!
To be honest with you, I haven't even been on the attraction yet, but I like the outside of the building, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to ride it at some point, so I'll also put that on my Euro Disney to-do list. As soon as I walk out of the Ratatouille land, I come across the Toy Story Playland, inspired by the Toy Story franchise, and you get to see giant statues of characters like Rex and Buzz Lightyear, and probably Woody and Jessie as well. It's like you're shrinking down to the size of a toy, just like in Andy's bedroom, and you see 3 rides in there. The first one is the RC Racer, which I enjoyed very much the last time I went there. It's like you're riding up and down on a Hot Wheels inspired track, like go up on one side and then backwards on the other side. Right over there is the RC Racer, which you go up and down and backwards. Look at how much fun they're having. Look. Just like a Hot Wheels track. Hope you're okay. I can't wait to ride that thing again, the RC Racer. And the second ride that you see is the Slinky Dog. You go around in a circle, and then the final ride in there in the Toy Story Playland is the parachute drop, inspired by the army soldiers, the green army men. Like you're on a parachute and you go up and down, very similar to any type of up and down type of roller coaster, whether it's in the UK or France or in the US, etc. I haven't been on the parachute drop yet. I'll put that on my to-do list as well. And that's Toy Story Playland, and before I forget, it opened in 2010 during the New Generation Festival. And finally, the final attraction I want to mention is the Aerosmith roller coaster. It's the Rock and Roller Coaster, and where you get to ride in your own styled roller coaster inspired by Aerosmith and the band's lead singer Steven Tyler. As soon as you sit down and through the loudspeakers, you hear a different range of Aerosmith songs. Like the last time I rode it, they played Dude Looks Like a Lady, and as soon as they played the song and go over the loops and riding really fast on the roller coaster, I decided to sing along to all the lyrics of Dude Looks Like a Lady. I'm not going to sing the whole song because of copyright reasons, but I think there were some videos of the Rock and Roller Coaster on YouTube. But now the Rock and Roller Coaster is gone, and it's now being replaced by a Marvel-inspired roller coaster, inspired by the superhero known as the Iron Man. I'll explain why near the end of the video. So yeah, those are my favorite memories from the Walt Disney Studios Park in Euro Disney. And I'm really excited to see what the future holds for that theme park. They're expanding the studio's theme park in the next coming years, and they're kickstarting the expansion of the studios park with the opening of the new Marvel Avengers Campus, which is going to be opening in the summer this year. The opening dates will be confirmed in the coming months, so be sure to follow Disneyland Paris on Instagram and Twitter for more updates on the Avengers Campus, and it's home to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the superheroes that you grew up watching on screen, and especially on Disney+. I'm really excited to see what the Avengers Campus looks like on the outside and on the inside, and all the attractions that it has to offer. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So that wraps up another Disneyland Paris video as part of my video series on my YouTube channel. New videos are landing on my channel every Sunday, so be sure to subscribe to my channel right now and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out. And you can follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description. And if you want to plan your next Disneyland Paris visit, be sure to head on over to DisneylandParis.com. All the details are below. Yes, I think that's it. That's a wrap. And I'll see you on another Disneyland Paris video. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.